G'day there guys, it's your main man Markee, and welcome back to another episode of r/AmITheA, where on today's first story, we ask if it's cool for OP to not want their fiance's friend in her wedding party, but also OP's fiance doesn't want her in his wedding party either. Yeah, you see why that might be a problem. Anyway, if you like the episode, leave a like, if you dislike, leave a dislike, and let's get right into it. Thank you. Am I the arsehole for not wanting my fiance's friend in our wedding party? My fiancé and I have been together for 4 years. He has been friends with Maya for 6 years. They are fairly close, but she doesn't like me much. It's usually not an issue. Some people just don't mesh. We don't mesh. There's no heavy animosity, and we can be near each other fine, we just don't talk when we are. We don't actively hate each other, just prefer not to hang out together. She isn't against us getting married and likely would say yes to being bridesmaid to make him happy, but isn't pushing for it herself. We are recently engaged and he would like her to be a bridesmaid. I don't. He wants her in a dress matching my bridesmaids on my side, participating in the things that we are doing. I said absolutely not. She doesn't even like me. I've seen wedding photos where one bridesmaid clearly doesn't want to be with the bride, and I don't want that. Plus, I really want the women closest to me as bridesmaids. I suggested she wear a black dress to match the men's tuxes and be a groomsman. He said that will look dumb, and he doesn't want to do that. Because he's dead set against including her on his side with the men and their activities, and I'm dead set against having her with me and my bridesmaids, he has said that I've effectively said she can't be in the wedding. I argued he's just as much at fault for not budging as I am, but he said that I'm the one being unreasonable. Mind you, his only reason for not wanting her with his groomsmen is, that's dumb, just let her be a bridesmaid. Am I the arsehole for not budging and basically keeping her out of the wedding party according to my fiancé? Now in the comments, not the arsehole. It's his friend. She should be on his side. Maybe he's trying to force this on you to make you two get along, but that's such a bad idea that definitely won't work. Don't budge, OP. And OP replies, that's what I was thinking, but I feel like it would only make it so that we go from not friendly to really hating each other. I really want to stand my ground on this. I can't be the only one who sees fiancé's flag on the play here. OP, I'd halt further wedding planning until you can get to the bottom of this. This would be a good hill for me to die on, but let us know what happens, and not the arsehole. I felt the same, but didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to come across too extreme. This can be a sign for things to come for their marriage. He shouldn't be forcing her to do something she doesn't want to do. She had no relationship with his friend, and they don't get along. Why is it so important for him? I would hold off on any wedding plans to show the fiancé that OP is serious about this. Not the arsehole. His friend is his responsibility, not yours. He accuses you of saying that she can't be in the wedding, as if you aren't allowed to not want her in it. As if it's a bad thing to not want her in your wedding party. Girl, you are absolutely entitled to not want her in your wedding. She doesn't like you, you don't like her, why would you be in the wrong about not wanting her? Don't argue that point anymore. Say it outright that he is right. You don't want her in your wedding party, so he can either invite her to be a groomswoman if he wants her in the wedding party, or shut up and stop pestering you. Edit to add, to the people who don't get context, OP doesn't want friend in her wedding party. Friend is more than welcome to be in the groom's wedding party or just to attend as a guest. Not the arsehole. See if she can do a reading, give a toast, or participate in another meaningful but non-attendant way on the big day. She is not bridesmaid material. And OP replies, I like the toast idea. That way she can still have a special part if that's important to him. Maybe have someone check the content of the toast since she doesn't like you. Our next post is titled, Am I the arsehole for making an uncomfortable joke when my friend told me her dinner table was full with family? Over the last 20 years, everyone in my close family has died. Both my parents are gone, my grandparents on both sides, all my dad's uncles, and anyone who is still alive are scattered out among the country. All I, 20 female, have left are my siblings and my brother-in-law. My friend, 23 female, comes from a different family. All the uncles, aunts, cousins, grandparents have monthly parties, stay in touch, have big celebrations. You know, the works. All of them are still alive and active. I think she knows I'm sensitive to the topic, as I wish I had a big family, as she sometimes makes these comments like, you know, when you get married, your guest list will be so small compared to mine, but hey, at least it'll be cheap. At my mum's funeral, there were still a lot of open chairs, and she told me that if this was a family member of hers, all the seats would be full. She is aware of my many, many deceased family members. I took some pictures of me, my siblings, and my brother-in-law cooking for Thanksgiving and us playing games at the dinner table, and I posted them on social media. She texted me privately saying that we looked like we were having fun, followed by pictures of her huge family, and remarked the dinner table was full of family. Now, this is where I may be the asshole. I replied, "Oh, that's lovely. Have fun. Look, we'd have a full table too, but with the snow, it was too hard to dig everyone out of their graves." She was silent for a few hours, and then replied that joke was morbid and made her uncomfortable, and I really need to check my attitude. Am I the asshole? I think she's the asshole. I think she absolutely deserved that attitude. I think she deserved that morbid joke. You can't go around saying that, oh my god, at least your wedding's gonna be cheap because all your family's dead. Oh my god, your guest list is so small compared to mine. Look, all my family's here. Isn't this crazy? I feel like you just can't say that to someone like OP. It's not appropriate, and if you are going to say it, expect inappropriate actions in retaliation. I'm feeling a lot of feelings for OP, and I absolutely want to stand up for them, so I'm going to say not the asshole here. Now in the comments, not the asshole. It's your family, so you get to make jokes about it. If it makes her uncomfortable, it's her problem. I would be uncomfortable with her saying how big her family is. Take care, OP, and I'm sorry for your loss. OP says thank you. And not to mention, she kinda had it coming after all her comments about your family. To me, it was a clever, and probably more polite, way to tell her to go F herself. Honestly, the fact that she felt the need to mention her big family during OP's mum's funeral made me cringe. What the hell is wrong with her? There were 3 comments removed by moderators after that one, so I think that has hit a nerve with a lot of people, that comment. Your friend sounds like an asshole playing the game of, I have more family than you. Which is freaking weird and very insensitive. Not the asshole, your joke made her uncomfortable because you called her out on her bullcrap. OP says, I think she's deep down very insecure and sees friends more as competitors. She has even tried to compare our cat's weights so she could say that she is a better owner. OP, what benefit does her friendship bring to you? Like, this was my first question. Why be friends with someone who makes you feel that way? What's the point? I love this question because it puts things into perspective perfectly. I've ended a couple friendships because they didn't benefit me at all. If anything, they just brought stress and unwanted drama. It is a great question to ask. Not the asshole. As someone who has very little living family left, I may have to borrow your joke. Inadvertent or not, it is hilarious. Your friend is a tad bit out of touch with your feelings, and I have a feeling that it's not by accident. She is boasting in a passive manner, and I would definitely call her on it. Don't allow her to pin her inconsiderate behavior on you. If she was uncomfortable with the joke, then good. Now she knows what you feel like when she's cracking her big family jokes and claiming that it comes from a place of innocence. Our next post is titled, Am I the asshole for telling my husband exactly why I can't dance every night when I get home from work? Background. I, 35, am married to my husband, 37, of 6 years, and working mother, nurse, of 3 kids. We went to my in-laws' house for Thanksgiving dinner, and every family member was able to make it. We were at the dinner table when my brother-in-law started talking about his girlfriend's newfound hobby, which is dancing, and she's been dancing for him every night after she gets back from her Zumba classes. The men in my family clearly got interested, and they kept talking about it in details, as me and other women were just rolling our eyes. My husband then all of a sudden just threw his fork down and looked at me and said, "Hey Jess, why can't you dance for me when you come home every night like brother-in-law's girlfriend does?" I was blown away by his question and really thought that he was joking, but no. I looked around and saw everyone staring at me, with my cousin-in-law sarcastically singing the Dance Monkey song. I flipped out and said, "I don't know. Maybe because when I get home I cook and then start my cleaning routine, and then feed the kids and then do the dishes, then get our 8-month-old to sleep and then clean the messy bathroom and bedroom, and then suddenly fall asleep the minute I get in bed from being exhausted from working on my feet all day long, and then coming back to a messy home and demanding kids and a husband. God, what a terrible wife I must be for not finding time to dance." He froze in his place, and then the entire table got quiet, and then my sister-in-law's jerk, cop husband who hates my husband's guts, started laughing, and then said, "Good God, guess chickens, really coming home to roost, huh?" My husband's face was so pale, he just told everyone after noticing how awkward things got that he needed a minute outside. He got up and walked out, and I followed him, and he flipped out at me, saying great job making Thanksgiving awkward and embarrassing him in front of his family like that. An argument ensued, and he said that he wanted to leave after I caused him to be in an awkward position in front of family. We got home, and he shut down completely. I stayed with the kids and couldn't even sleep, and after, I called my mother-in-law, who said good on me for calling him out as he stepped out of line, but she could be biased since she hates his guts too, and I just felt guilty when I think about what happened, thinking I mishandled the situation and ruined Thanksgiving for everyone. Am I the asshole? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I might be the asshole for not waiting to get home to answer his questions instead of embarrassing him in front of the family and making dinner awkward. Now in the comments, not the asshole. Your husband's poor joke led to a response that he didn't like, and now he's butthurt. That's what I thought at first. I thought it was a joke, but he was actually serious and was complaining about me not doing the same as his brother's girlfriend, who has no kids and no long-hour shifts. Oof. You were still not the asshole, and now I'm more concerned about who you were married to. The fact that multiple family members hate his guts is also a pretty big indicator that the husband's just an asshole. And edit, just because y'all keep missing this, OP's mother-in-law is her husband's stepmother. She still hates his guts, but is not the woman who birthed him. Yeah, that really struck me. I get that they are married and all, but wow, she had a lot of support at that table. Not the asshole. He embarrassed you first by putting you on the spot publicly regarding your lack of interest in keeping him entertained. Joke or not, it was completely inappropriate. You might have answered differently. Smile and say, "I wish I could, but I'm so tired from kids and work," which doesn't assign blame to him as a husband. But I understand your frustrated response. By the way, why does everyone seem to hate him? Yeah, I've noticed that too. If there's one person in a family who dislikes you, shame on them, but if there are multiple people who downright hate your guts, shame on you. Someone can be hated by many people in the family because they are the scapegoat too. Not the asshole. Refusing to be a doormat doesn't make you an asshole. Have you considered why so many family members hate your husband? OP says, "I don't know. His brother-in-law always had a beef with him, and his stepmom has a history with him." You should have a long hard think about these beefs and this history. One incident is a coincidence and a grudge. Two, and I'm guessing more, family members having beef and history with someone enough to hate their guts generally means that they are not the problem. Your husband, on the other hand. Our next post is titled, "Am I the asshole for unpacking my girlfriend's towel?" I, 31 male, and my girlfriend, 25 female, have been dating for about 2 years. My girlfriend has beautiful hair that seems a lot more low maintenance than most women I know. She doesn't use 100 different hair products, nor does she blow dry it. It honestly doesn't take her long to style her hair or anything. However, she always insists on using this special towel to dry her hair. She insists that she can't use any regular towel for her hair. She gets mad if I use her hair towel as a regular towel too. She says that it should only be used for hair. She even bought an extra one of these towels that she keeps in her drawer at my place. She also takes the towel with her when she goes on vacation. I usually don't mind it, since the towel doesn't take up much space, and it's better than listening to a hairdryer all the time. But it's a bit weird because I don't know anyone else who has a towel just for their hair. For Thanksgiving, we traveled to see my family. Before the trip, I asked my girlfriend to leave her towel at home since we'll be staying at my parents' house. I don't want my family to think that she was weird or make fun of her. Since we planned to leave early in the morning, girlfriend spent the night at my place. I noticed that she packed the towel that she kept at my place in her suitcase. When she was asleep, I took the towel out, and she didn't notice the towel was gone until after we got to my parents' house. I thought it was okay, and my girlfriend didn't seem mad at all during the whole trip. However, when we got back to my place, my girlfriend got into her car and drove off without saying goodbye. She texted me later saying she was mad at me because of that stupid towel and she needs some space. I keep calling and texting her, but she won't respond. My friends think she's being overly dramatic, but my girlfriend isn't that type of person. Now I'm wondering if I messed up. Am I the asshole? And now in the comments, you're the asshole. And Douglas Adams can explain why better than I. A towel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says, is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have. Partly, it has great practical value. You can wrap it around you for warmth as you bound across the cold moons of Jacqueline Beta. You can lie on it on the brilliant marble-sanded beaches of Santraginus V, inhaling the heady sea vapors. You can sleep under it beneath the stars which shine so redly on the desert world of Kakrafoon. Use it to sail a mini-raft down the slow, heavy river Moth. Wet it for use in hand-to-hand combat. Wrap it round your head to ward off noxious fumes, or just avoid the gaze of the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Troll. Such a mind-bogglingly stupid animal, it assumes that if you can't see it, it can't see you. You can wave your towel in emergencies as a distress signal, and of course dry yourself off with it if it still seems to be clean enough. You're the asshole. She packed that towel because she needed that towel. It's probably a microfiber towel. They tend to help dry hair quickly without blow drying, which can be damaging, especially if her hair is long or curly. It also helps reduce frizz, and if her hair is curly, to keep it in defined curls. Do some research on naturally curly hair. Many people with straighter hair also find these techniques work well. If you don't know why someone is doing something, just ask, or just let them do what they want. Don't mess up their routine just because you don't understand it. Or just let your girlfriend have a damn towel? Jeez Louise. Seriously, a towel. Keep your micromanaging hands to yourself. Do you honestly believe that your family would look down on her for a towel? This isn't just about a towel. OP did not listen to her. He didn't respect that she knows how to care for her own hair. He went behind her back to ensure she had no choice but to follow his uninformed idea he just pulled out of your ass. You're the asshole, OP. What did you think would happen? That afterwards she'd say, well gosh, you clearly know far more about my own hair than I do. Clearly my hair is beautiful and low maintenance out of sheer luck, and not because I know what I'm doing and the towel actually works. I was so silly to follow my established routine instead of immediately obeying your dipshit idea. Why would your family see her after a shower? Do you all shower together? Who cares if she has a hair towel? You're the asshole because you decided you knew better and took her property out of her suitcase. She was mature enough not to freak out during the trip. You should do a full-on say anything to apologize. Yeah, this guy just showed her that whenever he doesn't get his way, he will go behind her back to secure it. This isn't about a towel, it is about all future disagreements, minor or otherwise. That's why she drove away, to gather her thoughts. She will probably come to this exact conclusion. Any sane person would. Alright, and that about wraps up today's episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. Join in on some of those discussions. And I guess that's really all I have to say for this one. I hope you guys have a bloody good day, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.